Hey, welcome back, everybody. Tony, No Guts, No Gluten. And someone asked for a video on gluten-free egg rolls. So I'm going to try Judy's gluten-free egg roll wrappers. So basically, 1 pack of the mix, 1 large egg, and 1 cup of cold water. Sounds simple enough, right? And so we're going to be stuffing the egg rolls with green cabbage, purple cabbage, onions, carrots, water chestnuts, and seasoning. And then we're also going to be adding shrimp to some of them. So pork egg roll and then pork and shrimp egg roll. All right, so I just, like I said, sauteed in oil the cabbage, so green and red or purple, whichever you want to call it. Oh, there's also onions, carrots, seasoning, which season it however you want. Um, Onions, carrots, the water chestnuts, and soy sauce, and a splash of either rice wine vinegar or red wine vinegar. So, and those are all to taste, for how you want. And I tasted, I could eat this right out of the bowl. So just saute it until tender. And you want to add, I think I put salt, pepper, garlic salt, garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, and it's just to your taste. So start off with a little bit of seasoning. You can always add more. You can't take it out. So this makes, it just says, repeat the steps till dough is done. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can get 12 out of here. We'll see. All right. So basically, get started. You don't think you have to use a mixer. It just says in a small bowl. I'm going to mix 1 large egg and 1 cup of cold water. And then I'm going to reserve 1/4 of the water and egg mixture to seal the edges. In a medium bowl, combine dry mix with 3/4 of the water and egg mixture until dough comes together. Then on a dry surface, knead the dough until smooth. Cut into 4 even pieces. And of course, roll out one dough at a time. Yeah, dust the, I'm going to use a mat to roll it out. So dust your rolling mat. All right, let me get that mixed up and we'll be back. When I was giving you the ingredients for the filling, I showed you this and said I used, but it made all this. So if you want to make, cut this in half or you use a quarter. Hey, all right. My filling consists of 1 medium-sized head of cabbage, green, 1 small head of purple cabbage or red cabbage, 1 onion, 4 carrots, and if the carrots are big, you can cut that down, 1 onion, and a pound of pork. And then the seasonings I used was garlic powder, onion powder, garlic salt, and paprika, gluten-free soy sauce, of course, and do it to taste, like your taste, not, my taste. My taste is totally different than, what you probably like. And rice wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar. If you don't have rice wine, you can use the apple cider. and all that is just a splash around the pan. So basically that's about it. And what I used the whole head of the cabbage, the pound of sausage. So this is, besides this is what it made. So if you don't want to make all of this and you just want to use maybe like if you get 12 out of this, cut it down, do a quarter of everything. But I know I'm gonna use this for other stuff. I could just eat that right out of the bowl. And I got a half a pound of cooked shrimp. If you want to cook it yourself, you can, but you don't really need that much unless you want to do all shrimp. Now, instead of the sausage, if you want to do all shrimp, then you can add the shrimp. All right, so let's get started. All right, so basically I just put the bag in, and it said hold some, put 3/4 of this in, and leave a quarter of it to seal the edges. So this is just a cup of water and 1 egg. And then just mix till it comes together, it said. I think I'm going to switch to the spatula. Ooh. Probably should just start off with a spatula. That came together pretty quickly. So I'd say no on using a mixer. You can use your hands or use your mixing bowl and spatula. All right, so I'm going to lay out my mat. And then to fry these up, pull your back there a little bit. I just got some vegetable oil in a pan. Sprinkle a little flour. So this is not like regular flour, regular gluten, but it wants you to knead it. And put a little extra flour so it's smooth. And then cut it into 4. Pieces. All right. That looks pretty smooth. And there's 4 pieces. And I imagine you probably want these pretty thin. and square. But, you know, we're going to make it square, so because we're going to be rolling these into each other, you know, so the thinner the better. And then you can just give her a little, and then with a pizza cutter, we'll just go ahead and square this up. All right, so I think we can cut these into 4s. Let's see here. Okay. And we'll take our filling. And we'll do one of those rolls. A little bit of egg wash there. You want to make sure she's sealed. Drop it in. Uh, 3 to 4 minutes if your oil is at 375. Take that off, let that dry. Not dry, but let the grease off of it. Alright, I'll bring it back over. Alright, so while that's cooling, I'm going to go ahead and roll out the rest of these and then fry them up. So when they're all done, I'll tell you what. We'll do a shrimp one. So we'll make one of these a shrimp one. So and I just diced up some shrimp. So we'll go ahead and roll that. This dough is very fragile. Right. I'm waiting for the oil to come back up to temperature. All right, so I rolled out the one section, and I think the dough would be better rolled out chilled. So I got the dough in the refrigerator, and as you can see behind me, right there, I rolled out some, and I'm gonna taste them now. I'm not gonna wait. So until I get all of them made and all of them fried. So let's try one. Which one do you want to try? The shrimp and pork, or just pork? Shrimp and pork? Okay. All right. So they look pretty good, egg roll type. They don't feel like hard and crunchy like, a normal egg roll would, but I'm doing this so you can't see me chewing. But yeah, it's an egg roll. So definitely, just making sure my oil was off. The filling, excellent with the shrimp. I got some gluten-free yum yum sauce you could dip in. This guy has good stuff if you find it. It's gluten-free, sugar-free, and it's pretty good with all my Chinese. So yeah, I think this is a winner. It was Judy's gluten-free egg rolls. I believe I got it on Amazon. So yeah, that's a winner egg roll dinner. Easy to make. Besides the filling, 3 ingredients in the mix. Their mix, a cup of water, 1 egg. I would definitely buy this. Doesn't take anything to make. So, the filling, cabbage, red and green, pork. And if you didn't want to do pork, You could do shrimp, an onion, water chestnuts, carrots, seasoning, and yeah, I'll definitely be making this again. All right, so I'm gonna go out and roll out another 4 and get them fried. So I'll show you that. All right, got the next one rolled. I mean, if you wanted to make bigger egg rolls, then, you know, cut these in, but make these, some of them a little bit bigger. We're going to add some shrimp. And turn my oil back on. Make sure we get up to temperature. Fold these in. Pinch and roll. Egg wash to seal. And what helps too, you want to get a little stretch. So if you have any like that, don't worry about that. Put this down in the oil first. That way it seals it. And then all depends, you know, how much filling you want in there. But you don't want to overstuff them, so you can't fold them and they rip like that. And if they stick, let's use some of the dough that we cut off the other ones. Let's flatten that out. It's not a perfect science. Okay, we're just gonna make one big one here for the last little bit. Let me throw these in the oil. Make sure you pinch everything before you put it in. Okay. Roll her up. One in the oil. All right, well, here they are. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. The one I tried, 13. And this puppy here. So, yeah, they're not like the crunchy. I guess if you cook them longer for the crunchy effect for egg roll type, but I think all in all are pretty good. So definitely Juday's gluten-free egg roll wrappers. Again, simple to make. Besides your filling, this package, 1 egg, 1 cup cold water. Mix it, don't need a mixer. Use a spatula. And, you know, you can get, what did I say, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 out of them. You know, out of one. So, all right, I'm going to enjoy these. And stay tuned for the next video. We'll catch you on the next video. And here in a couple weeks, I'm going on a Royal Caribbean cruise put on by the Celiac people, the Celiac Foundation. And if you want to, keep saying if you want to see what it's like, I will be uploading part of my day on YouTube on this channel. So like and subscribe for that. And hit the bell icon and I'll give you a notification whenever I post a new video. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Tony, No Guts, No Gluten. And in a couple weeks, I hope I'm on a boat. Well, I will be on a ship and have a drink in my hand and sun in my face. All right, till next time, thanks for watching.